No code of honor in this one. Michael Shane and Paul London. This falls into the blood feud category, and if it's a blood feud, it's not about athleticism. It's not about who's the best competitor. It's about hurting your opponent. No code of honor necessary. No handshake. And beautiful dropkick by Paul London. This one is starting out fast. Take it over, Ray.
The code of honor is waived. It is thrown out. It is not involved in this match. This is a Ring of Honor street fight, blood feuds match, and this is going to settle a score. The feud between Paul London and Michael Shane has escalated, and it's time to take it to the streets.
And that's right, you saw, actually Paul London's supposed to be in the tag team tournament teaming up with Spanky, and you saw it happen at the beginning of the show where he just wants Michael Shane so bad after what happened in Boston, after what happened in Philly, that he is willing to give up that spot to get this street fight with Michael Shane. And oh, Paul London hard into the post right there.
That just shows that his hatred for Michael Shane is above and beyond winning any titles here in Ring of Honor. He wants to get it settled, and this is the way to do it.
I don't blame him for hating Michael Shane. A lot of people don't like Michael Shane. A lot of people, even Chris Daniels of the Prophecy, call him an asshole. And that's saying a lot right there. And he gets caught and crotched. Of course, Michael Shane won that Ring of Honor contract July. Begins Zaguri to the back of the head. Michael Shane won that Ring of Honor contract July 27th, and many thought Paul London had won that match. And then in Boston last month, Michael Shane with that cheap victory, faking the injury, the same injury that Paul London ended his match with Chris Marvel at Round Robin Challenge, taking advantage of that, and now Paul London's going for revenge. And don't forget, Michael Shane attacked Paul London's trainer, Rudy Boy Gonzalez, and his trainer as well, swore off everything Rudy did for him. And then not only that, but after the match in Boston, he dropped that big picture-perfect elbow that no one kicks out from on Paul London.
That's right, Michael Shane, he is cheap and he is definitely devious, and he must be if you even have people like Christopher Daniels. What's he going for? Big spear! Oh my God!
Paul London trying to skin the cat, and Michael Shane spearing him to the floor. And oof, did Paul London ever land hard on that basketball court floor? And that does not feel good. Paul London down, and this is the kind of action that we're going to expect to see in this match. There's no telling what these two will do to each other now. Michael Shane, he doesn't like Paul London. Paul London doesn't like Michael Shane. It's that simple, and these two are going to fight it out.
This is definitely not going to be a traditional Ring of Honor style match that most of you people are accustomed to. This is going to be nothing but a fight. My God, did you see him hit that rail?
I saw him, and so did those people in the front row that he landed on as that rail just gave way. Unbelievable.
You want a street fight with me, Paul? I'll show you a goddamn street fight.
And look at that, cocky, confident individual. You know, he's confident to the point that he's arrogant. And it's one thing to be confident, it's another thing to be arrogant. And Michael Shane is arrogant. And, you know, we saw that ladder Paul London pulled out. We've never seen a ladder used in a Ring of Honor match before. But right now, Michael Shane opting to go for a table. And it looks like they're pulling out all the stops in this one tonight. So Michael Shane setting up that table on the floor. Paul London still hurting from that guardrail shot before. And I think that right now Michael Shane taking a little too long. He's going to get right back on Paul London. And yup, he did wait too long as Paul London with a big kick, forearms right there. And maybe Paul London looking to use that table. Nope. Whips Michael Shane back into the ring. And Paul London going underneath the ring. What's he going to be going for there?
Who knows what he's going for?
Perhaps that ladder. And let's see.
Now he's got a chair.
He's got a steel chair, and he's showing it to the crowd. We're going to see a steel chair involved in this one. And Michael Shane hitting the ropes and up and over the top rope. And what sacrifice right there. That chair went slamming right into Paul London's face. Michael Shane was willing to take that chair on his back as long as he knew that momentum of him going over the top rope was going to force that chair right into the face of Paul London, and that had to hurt. Steel chair, and look at, they almost smiling there.
Both these men are down. Both these men are in pain.
That had to take a lot out of both of them. Michael Shane, though, very cunning, willing to take that abuse as long as he was dishing out more on Paul London, who is...
Yeah, he's busted open.
He is busted open. I believe that might be the first time in his career that he has bled. And Paul London, the trainee of, he's trained with Dory Funk Jr. He's, of course, from the Texas Wrestling Academy and Rudy Boy Gonzalez. And now he is busted wide open in this street fight. And
big chair.
And you know, whoever thought entering this building on September 21st, even right up until the show started, you know, we would see this kind of match in Ring of Honor tonight.
This is definitely why the show is entitled Unscripted.
That's right. Format's thrown out the window, and this sort of thing can happen. Ring of Honor also showing that it's more than just great athletic wrestling. It's also about blood feuds. And
big vertical suplex as he landed on a chair as well, grazed it.
Another 2 count by Michael Shane. I don't think Michael Shane really wants to pin him there. I think he's just so trained in that old school psychology that you have to go for that pin at all times, just because you might get it, and that might get you the win, which is a more money, title shots, climbing the rankings. And he just instinctively goes for that pin all the time as he does those big boots to the bleeding forehead of Paul London. Paul London, desperation comeback with those kicks to the gut. They do have Michael Shane reeling, but, well, the fingers to the eye will cut you off.
Definitely after everything that has been said and done, I think Michael Shane will definitely take the opportunity not to only beat Paul London in the middle of the ring, but also to inflict punishment, to hurt this man. These two guys do not like each other at all. This is why there's a street fight. This is why it's a blood feud. And definitely I could see Michael Shane taking an opportunity to take out Paul London.
Well, he was wrenching that neck there, just letting the blood flow from Paul London's forehead. Paul London is coming back though with forearms and kicks, whipping Michael Shane in reversal. Paul London hard into the corner.
And there is no turnbuckle pads underneath that ROH logo thing there. It is exposed steel underneath that. It's not comforting to be whipped into a corner like that.
Not only that, but it's little patches of steel, which means that those just drive right into you when you hit that. Now Michael Shane setting up that chair in the corner. You're not really used to seeing Michael Shane with chairs and tables and that kind of thing. Showing a new side to his repertoire tonight. And it looks like he knows what he's doing with that chair right there as he has it propped into that corner. Obviously setting Paul London up for something.
This definitely doesn't look good for Paul London here.
Look at Michael Shane taunting the crowd. He just doesn't care. He knows, he thinks that he's that much better than everybody else, and he doesn't care what they have to say. We got an exchange of chops going on right now. Let's see who's going to get the advantage, and a knee right to the gut will get you the advantage as Paul London might be ready to incorporate that chair, looking to whip him in reversal. Oh! Michael Shane hard into that chair, and that chair just worked right against him right there.
And he is definitely down. Both men are down.
Well, you're going to be down after getting a steel chair to the mush a couple of times. And Michael Shane is really reeling from that one, and he is busted open now too.
He's not old, but he's really busted open.
He is losing a lot of blood in a hurry, and when we say blood feud in ROH, we don't kid around. And there's a big forearm. Paul London's got the advantage now, and Michael Shane is dangling over that table. If he falls, he's landing through that table, and he's hanging on for dear life. Cuts Paul London off with a knee right there, perhaps saving himself from going through that table on the floor.
He's a bloody mess.
He is a bloody mess indeed. This is shades of the Rockers against Doug Summers and Buddy Rose.
The massacre in St. Paul.
How many people out there get that reference?
Christmas 1986.
All right, but anyways, Michael Shane, he might be bleeding, he might be weary, but he is getting a ladder from out underneath that ring, and he is pulling it out.
When Shawn Michaels said Shawn Michaels' blood flows to these veins, he's not kidding, as we're looking at it right now.
Open, we got action with the ladder there. First time ever in Ring of Honor.
Oh!
Big kick. Jumping off the apron, innovative kick right there, right to the ladder, causing that ladder to drive right into Michael Shane, and both guys are hurting already in this match. I don't think this one's going to go very long with the rate that these two are going.
It can, it's a fight.
Well, we got a hot building here, we got a lot of blood loss, we got weapons being used, we got a lot of punishment being dished out, and we got both men looking really beaten and worn out right now. I'm not expecting a long match here, and let's see Paul London whipping him in. Let's see what he's got going on. He's trying to get that ladder into the ring.
Boy, when these guys say they want to settle a score, they're not kidding. As these guys are taking it up an extra level here tonight at Unscripted.
Well, I think they also recognize that this is the highest profile match they've had in Ring of Honor as Paul London goes to the top. This is their chance to break through as stars. Paul London going for something. Michael Shane catches a leg, but that momentum of catching a leg also brought Michael Shane over, and that's just both men being tired right there and worn down. But Michael Shane still having the attention, still having the wit about him to avoid that move by Paul London, whatever he was going for, and cut Paul London off in the middle of it as Paul London connects with a baseball slide. And as I was saying before, this is the highest profile match both these men have had in Ring of Honor, and a victory here could be considered their biggest victory in Ring of Honor, and a chance to really climb that ladder and get up there into the upper echelon of athletes in ROH.
Paul London setting up that ladder in the corner, definitely setting it up to use it as a weapon here on Michael Shane.
He ain't setting up to paint the ceiling, and we almost got a reversal into the ladder trying to whip him in. Michael Shane now going into the corner, gonna maybe monkey flip. Monkey flip, but Paul London lands on his feet, very impressive. Michael Shane comes running in, Paul London ducks, and over the head release, belly-to-belly suplex, and Paul London going back first right into that steel ladder. And those ladders that's just not like any old ladder. That is a steel ladder right there.
Michael Shane has got to capitalize. Goes for a cover. Paul Turner with a count of 2. And the blood must be getting in the eyes of Michael Shane.
I said before that Michael Shane might have just been going for the covers on instinct, but I think right now he's just going for the covers because he wants to end the match and get back into the showers, because he's going to be in some trouble if this match keeps going on. And now let's see, very, very meticulous here is Michael Shane trying to figure out what he's going to do next. Scoops up Paul London. Basic body slam, nothing wrong with that. And let's see, perhaps maybe setting up that ladder.
He's going back to that ladder. It's been good to him so far.
And let's see. That is not only painful, but it's insulting. Just dropping the ladder on the back of Paul London. And also pretty effective since that back is already suffering after being belly-to-belly suplexed into that ladder. So effective and insulting at the same time. That's part of those psychological games that goes on in the professional wrestling ring. And I really separate the guys who do great moves from the guys who do great moves and are great wrestlers as well. And now we have Michael Shane chopping Paul London right in the corner.
And these guys, Michael Shane is definitely capitalizing with the use of the ladder on Paul London. He's got him in a vulnerable state here. And London fighting back, maybe with the desperation with an elbow there to the face of Michael Shane.
London will not say die in this one, that's for sure. Michael Shane now cutting off Paul London with that peppering fist right to the face. Paul London now, what's this?
Oh my God.
Head scissors, right that takes Michael Shane over and through that table. That just came out of nowhere. Paul London, and you got to say Paul London right now, he knows exactly where he is in that ring and what he's doing at all times after connecting that head scissors out of nowhere and taking Michael Shane through that table. And I'd say that those ladder shots right now, maybe they had London at a disadvantage, but Shane is at an equal disadvantage after going through that table. Unbelievable.
Well, if Paul London knows what he's doing, this guy must be insane to actually put his body on a line to deliver an offensive move like that to Michael Shane. This guy is nuts.
Never say die. That's the attitude of Paul London. And I've talked to Paul London, and he is kind of a wacky guy. So you can, he takes that attitude to the ring.
Now what is he looking for?
I don't know. What's left? They got a ladder.
There's another ladder?
Not only is it another ladder, but it's a taller ladder. So tall to the point that Paul London's having trouble fitting that thing from getting it under the ring because the guardrail keeps getting in his way. And that's got to be a 15-footer right there.
That's a pretty high ladder.
Oh, drop kick. And not only was that a drop kick to the side of Michael Shane's face, the other side went into that steel mesh on that guardrail.
Double impact with that move there. I think Michael Shane might be out.
Yep, but I just can't believe it. I hope that he's out because if he gets back into that ring, there's a bigger ladder, a taller ladder in that ring. Like the other one wasn't tall enough for Paul London. He's got to take it up a notch. And now he's throwing Michael Shane into that ring. And let's see what he does. There's 2 ladders in that ring now. We've never seen ladders in Ring of Honor before. We've never seen Paul London in a ladder match. And we've never seen Paul London and Michael Shane in this high-profile of a match, this high up the card in Ring of Honor. And right now, both men, it's obvious, they will put their bodies through anything to gain the win in this one. High knee by Paul London, staggering Michael Shane. Big forearm, and he's got to be setting Michael Shane up for something here, and you know that he's got a plan in mind. And let's see what we got. Whips him in, tries to whip into the ladder. Nope. Couple of reversals there, forearm, and now Michael Shane charging into Paul London.
Michael Shane's time to taste the ladder.
Backdrop onto the ladder. The first time Michael Shane is feeling that ladder, besides when Paul London kicked that ladder into him earlier in the match, but that's the first time the back.
Michael Shane leaving the ring here.
I think he's had enough.
I think he's had enough. I don't blame him either.
Or else he's just taking a breather. He's turning around. Maybe he's taking a breather. But he definitely does not look in good shape with all that. What? Unbelievable. Paul London climbing the ladder.
I am speechless.
I have never seen anything like that before. This crowd going nuts, and they should be. Paul London climbing that ladder and diving off with one of the highest dives I've ever seen in my life on Michael Shane. Innovative, high-flying, daredevil. What can you say about something like that besides unbelievable?
I have never seen anybody run up a ladder like that and just dive fearlessly through the air to land on the Michael Shane. That could be one of the most unbelievable moves I have ever seen in a professional wrestling match.
Think of the balance you have to pull that off. Think of the skill you have to have. And I can't wait. What is Paul London going to do next as he sets up the other ladder? And Michael Shane is down. Michael Shane is in a lot of trouble right now. I think that Paul London is one big move away from winning this match.
What is next? One big move? What can he possibly do to top that?
This could be the big move right there as he's got that ladder set up somehow, and it looks like he's going to propel himself off of the ladder, pushes himself off the ladder. Michael Shane caught him in a power bomb as he came off that 12-foot high ladder. That's 12 feet right into a power bomb, and amazingly, Paul London kicks out. What is it going to take to defeat either of these men in this match? Let's see that again.
And listen to the fans. Look at the fans on their feet here. Who wants it the most in this street fight here? Both men pulling out all the stops here, as this is one of the most incredible matches I have ever witnessed.
Just unbelievable action right now. This crowd eating up every single minute of it. And you know what? This is great on videotape. I know we're all enjoying this watching at home. You got this tape from rfvideo.com or by calling 215-891-9404. But you know what? This is the kind of stuff you got to be there live to see. As Paul London cuts off Michael Shane right there. And Paul London now, let's see what can he possibly do after those moves. He's taken Michael Shane up to the top. Maybe a superplex, it looks like that he's going for right here. Paul London, big punches to the gut. And let's see, he pushes Michael Shane down. And
Michael Shane going to the top. You know what this could be.
It could be the picture-perfect elbow, and if he hits this, it is all over. And boom, there it is, the prettiest elbow in the business. Paul London kicked out.
Again, he's kicked out.
He has kicked out of two, but not only before he kicked out of a powerbomb, now he has kicked out of the picture-perfect elbow, which has pinned many, many people. And Paul London is not going to say die in this match. He is determined to win this one. This is the match that is going to propel his career up to the next level. Bicycle kick attempt, super kick by Paul London right there. And now let's see what Paul London's got going for.
He's setting him up. He's going up top. You know what this could be?
This could be that beautiful shooting star press. There might be a million guys who does them, but no one does them like this.
Oh!
Next, and that's it.
Oh!
Michael Shane has kicked out of the shooting star press. I am speechless.
I have never seen two people win a match so much. These guys are kicking out of their opponent's top moves. Listen to the fans. This is unbelievable.
The emotion that these two men are showing in the ring is carrying over to the crowd. Unbelievable emotion. I'm saying unbelievable a lot because it is. Great emotion in this ring right now, in this building. The crowd loving everything these two guys. And what Paul London can't use that ladder. Look, it's bent. It's never going to stand up. Paul London has got to be absolutely nuts to think he can do anything with that ladder besides possibly throw it on Michael Shane. That ladder is bent. He's trying to kick it back into shape. It's still going to be very wobbly. He's not going to be able to balance on it. There's just no way that ladder is in any condition to be climbed right now. And listen to that crowd, and I gotta feel the same way after seeing him use that ladder like that. And Michael Shane has cut him off though.
Ooh, ramming his head into the ladder.
Ramming his head.
Oh, goes down. Now Michael Shane on the ladder. What's he gonna do?
Michael Shane can't possibly think of climbing this ladder either, because there's no way that ladder is gonna be able to toward him.
He's going up.
There is nothing that is gonna stop either of these two guys tonight. Michael Shane is look how hard camera pull back, because that ladder is a tall ladder, and Michael Shane is almost at the top of it, and he is balancing himself on it, and he can't be going for what I think it is. And yes, the picture-perfect elbow, and that is it for Paul London. Paul London, never say die. Paul London he's not going to lose this match. And look at Michael Shane, that frustration Shane. Not only has Paul London kicked out of the picture-perfect elbow from the top of, but now the top of that 15-foot high ladder. And
what possibly can Michael Shane do next to defeat Paul London?
Both these men exhausted. Every move in this match having impact. Nothing wasted, no wasted movement in this match whatsoever. Michael Shane now going back up perhaps for another picture-perfect elbow, and that would be it. But look at Paul London. He is getting to his feet. And Paul London,
Never say die.
Well, let me tell you something. Michael Shane does not know Paul London's up on his feet behind him as he is busy trying to climb it. Moonsaults off the second rope with a kick right to the face of Michael Shane, and Michael Shane is down. The blood loss, the heat, all that punishment, and Michael Shane is right now down. And what's Paul London doing? Paul London setting him up for something.
Setting him up for something. I'm afraid to almost see what he's going to do.
He's going to climb that ladder. Listen to fans.
Paul London scaling to the top of the ladder.
The fans chanting, "Please don't die of Paul London." In this day and age where wrestling fans have no respect for the wrestlers and love to see them kill each other, these fans are begging Paul London not to kill himself in this match. And Paul London is at the top of that wobbly ladder. What is he going to go for here? Could it be that shooting star? I don't think the ladder can so... Paul London nails a beautiful shooting star press from 15 feet in the air off of that wobbly ladder, gets the pinfall on Michael Shane, and look at this crowd. Let's just let this speak for itself. And Ray, can you feel the emotion in this building right now?
It is unbelievable.
Match of the year, the crowd's chanting it. You know what, you can self-promote yourself all that you want, but nothing speaks like a crowd chanting match of the year and 5-star match. I mean, that says it all right there. Those people are as unbiased as it comes.
The desire and the ability of these two combatants. Paul London, yes, he did win the match, but I think these fans are giving it up for both of these wrestlers as they have just put on an unbelievable performance.
You know what? I've never felt an atmosphere like this.